What's up, gamers? It's your boy Takiru here, sharing a little bit of early NEX information. It came out yesterday, about 24 hours ago, got 148 kill count, and I wanted to share what I've learned so far. Hopefully it helps you guys. Alright, first off, it's in the God Wars dungeon, of course. You gotta get the Frozen Door mini quest done, so you gotta get a key piece from each of the other bosses. You're gonna need minimum 70 agility, hit points, strength, and range, minimum quests, Troll Stronghold, Edgar's Ruse, so that you can use a Nightmare Redirect scroll on a house tablet to go right here. You could optionally do Making Friends with My Arm to unlock the teleport here, and also the fire so that you don't reduce your stats and run through here. I bring a Holy Symbol to help protect from the Saradomin guys through here. You could also bring Armadillo and Zamrak, but it's not that important, they don't hit that hard. Here's the rest of the area. In this section, there's nothing except for a collection chest in case you die in here. Go through here, you don't need a key for this door or 40 kills yet, and get your kill count in here. They call it essence now, but same diff. Each mob in here gives multiple essence per kill, so getting kill count is super easy. Fuck ecumenical keys and dealing with the Wilderness God Wars dungeon right now. Stocking up on keys is not that helpful here because it only takes 5 minutes or less to get 40 kill count to go through this door. There's also a collection chest here and a bank. As for these monsters, there's some pretty easy ways to safe spot them using like these rocks, some of these pillars.
I would suggest keeping a couple inventory spots free so that you can pick up loot while getting KC. You can of course restock your inventory at the bank just before the boss.
The Reavers give 3, the Mages give 5 essence. So you only need to kill 8 of the Mages, Rangers, or Warriors to get through this door. As well as the boss and minions in here giving essence. And once you have 40 or more, if you just log out or use the altar, you can get back through this door and bank and basically infinitely camp this boss. Super chill, guys. Okay, let's talk about the gear. We're using the best range gear that we can afford. I got the Bofa and crystal armor. It works really well here. There is a mechanic, the coughing, which she will use your highest boosted attack and reduce that level. So if I have 240 range, she'll reduce my range level. But there's a few ways to avoid that. You could bring mage gear with a ranged weapon and equalize these to where the mage is just a little higher so that she drains your magic level instead. This created the ancestral debacle, I like to call it. Wooks actually figured this out and suggested we all bring max mage gear. Yeah, I ended up buying it for about 155 and selling it a couple hours later for 120. So, yeah, it was kind of sad. Now we just bring max range gear because we're able to lure the cough and basically reduce it from hitting anybody else. The Slayer Helm, Face Mask, or Gas Mask from Warner's End also helps reduce the effects of the cough. The cough reduces your prayer as well as the highest boosted attack bonus. So be aware of that. You gotta bring an ancient item to be safe when getting kill count, and it helps in here because the altar will not only give you a little bit of health and prayer back, it'll give you all of your health, prayer, run, and spec back if you have an ancient item. Fill the rest of the inventory with a handful of ranging potions, Saradomin Brews, about half and half with super restores. I've got the purple sweets for tactical eats and run energy when I don't use the altar. You could replace this with some staminas if you're a broke bitch that doesn't care about wasting inventory slots. And a Sandfew serum. This acts as a super restore and anti-poison. You don't need it that often, but you definitely want to have some kind of anti-poison, and this being also a restore, pretty poggers. And we have Thralls. Alright gamers, let's talk about the fight a little bit. There's a lot to go through, but I'm going to try and keep it as simple as possible. She's got 5 distinct phases, 4 of which consist of attacking her a little bit until she becomes invulnerable, and then fighting her mages. Each phase is marked at a 20% threshold of her health, so 80, 60, 40, 20. She will say, so-and-so, don't fail me, meaning one of the names of her mages. These go in order of Fumus, Umbra, Kror,
and Glacius.
If you attack her when she is invulnerable, this will drain your prayer. So, either watch in the chat box or over her head for when she says, "Don't fail me." In order of phases, our overhead prayer goes mage, range, mage, mage, mage. The second phase, the shadow phase, is the only time you pray protect missiles. During masses, it goes really fast, so you generally only have time to hit her with 2 rapid fire attacks before switching to attacking the first mage. If you have long range, you'll only hit once, and your second one will hit during her invulnerability phase, and it will reduce your prayer. I like to stand right here because I'm awesome and I lure the cough so that other people don't get it. When I do get the cough, I tuck back in right next to her mage and hope and pray that one of the melee guys doesn't come and try and spec out this mage. As long as they don't and nobody comes and spreads the cough, it goes away in a couple seconds, which is when I restore and sip my ranging potion for the kill. The fight's usually about a minute long, so when you do your thrall is right when she becomes vulnerable for the first time. Phase 2, don't stand in her melee distance. One of her specs will hit you super hard if you're in that melee distance during the shadow phase. Definitely run away from the shadows on the ground. They can hit up to 50 or so. Of course, we're praying missiles during this phase. Attack her until she says, "Umber, don't fail me." Attack the mage. Moving on to phase 3. This one she'll say, "Fill my lungs with blood." We're back to praying mage. And when she says the siphon will solve this and spawns blood reavers, you must attack them instead of the boss. She is invulnerable. Not only that, any damage you would have done to her heals her. Once the blood reavers are all dead, attack her a little bit. One person may get chosen for a blood sacrifice. They will turn bright red. You need to run exactly 7 ticks away or more to negate this effect. Once she says, "Kror, don't fail me," attack this mage. Next is the ice phase. In the beginning of the ice phase, she will say, "Contain this." Wherever she is, she will make a box of spikes around her that will come up, ice spikes. If you're in one of these spots or inside of her area, you will take a lot of damage. And if you're in the spikes, you'll get frozen for a few seconds. Not ideal. There's another spec where she will imprison one person in ice. Ideally, somebody will break you out and free you from that ice prison. If they don't, you can take something like 50 to 75 damage. This is possible to tick eat with a Ceradoman brew, but hopefully you don't have to. Don't try to tick eat with a shark.
When she says, "Glacius, don't fail me," attack her final mage.
Remember, don't attack her when she's invulnerable, nor attack her mages when they are invulnerable. You'll lose prayer points every attack. Her last phase, there's some crazy overhead shit that she prays. I honestly have no idea what it's called or what the exact effects of them are. You just kind of out DPS her until she dies, and don't stand in her AoE when she dies, because she nukes the general area, can do a lot of damage, and ruin your drop. Kill you right at the end, really suck.
Oh my god. That was definitely a fucking tiki. Oh my god.
If you are the cough lure person, try to get back to this area before your drop hits the floor, because then it will be easier for you to juggle supplies. I like to keep my pile of brews on this tile, my pile of sharks on this tile, restores and prayers over in the front over here, but do it however you like. If you juggle, it can really save your hide a lot, but it also can make it a little bit more complicated getting ready for the next kill. So just something to think about. You may want to turn on Entity Hider when you're doing masses, but you may not, because you might want to see who's coughing, and you might want to mark certain NPCs. If you don't have Entity Hider, this bank NPC, Ashalot Rays, will pretty much be hidden in the stack of people, and she walks around so much it's kind of hard to find her. I like to mark blood reavers so it's easy to tell which ones I need to kill in phase 3 before attacking NEX again, and I also like to tag NEX. You may want to do things like tile indicators to let you know exactly where you are when you're trying to get away from like the shadow attack that gets under your feet. Other than that, guys, I just wanted to share what I knew. I hope this helps you guys hit the ground running, and I want to see you guys get some drops. Okay, if you do, let me know down in the comments down below. Thank you so much for watching. Best of luck out there on the field, guys. Keep it real. Mwah.
Let's talk about NEX. Let's talk about you and me. Let's talk about all the things that you were gonna need to bring. You know what to do if you like my YouTube. Thanks for the love, thanks for the subs. I'll see you all so soon.